So we're gonna go swing by Zimmerman Racing Engines, and we're gonna go drop off the main caps. The main cap showed up. Another thing that I upgraded to, I'm gonna try something a little bit different. Total Seal, they now offer a gas-ported ring set, and we're gonna run that on the top ring on our Icon pistons, and we're going to give that a shot. It's supposed to cut down on blow-by gases significantly. My hope is that I don't need to run a vacuum pump on this thing at some point in time, especially when we get in the more racier versions of this thing. That's kind of my goal. So here's the piston rings. Let me try to see if I can show these to you. So here's the gas-ported top ring that we're going to be running. See those little lines in there? Those are about 7 thousandths of an inch deep on the piston ring here. See if I can get this to zoom. Anyways, you can barely see them. But that's what's going to help the ring seal on these rings here, and we're going to run these on these pistons here this time. So pretty cool stuff. Like I said, we're going to have Kevin come out and he's going to talk about it a little bit. So now the next few steps is we're going to do a little bit more block work. So as follows here, we're going to try to go through a few things here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the expansion plugs in the sides here, and then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to fill each side of the block water jackets. Even though it's a straight motor, I'm going to fill it no higher than the water pump mounting holes here, right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this thing up on my engine stand here, and then I'm going to fill these water jackets full and kind of support in the bottom down here where these bolts go down into the actual water jackets. So that's the next thing I'm going to do. And then I'm going to I'll put the deck plate on, which is right here. And then we also drilled the deck for 1/2-inch head stud, so that's already been done. And then once everything is kind of cured over the next month with the block fill being done, hopefully the crank will be here by that time and we can actually wrap this thing up. So the line hone still needs to be done, the block still needs to be bored, everything needs to be balanced once we get everything here. So I mean, there's still plenty of work to do on the 490, but you know, that's kind of where we're at with it. So hopefully that kind of makes some sense. I've kind of been sourcing some parts for the Knowlton cylinder heads. So that's kind of the next step. I'm trying to get all that stuff kind of rounded up. I got the exhaust valves, I got the offset lifters, I got that stuff. I've been in discussion with Harlan Sharp about getting their stuff in here for the shaft mount rocker system for that particular setup. So that way, whenever we do get everything ready to rock and roll, we're not sitting around waiting for these items, so we can actually just, you know, over the course of a weekend, I can swap the heads out and then we can go on through our testing and stuff. So lots of prep is going into this to try to make this happen. So lots and lots of stuff here between all three different builds. So right now, like I said, I'm still porting the iron heads. I'm wrapping that up. I got one of the heads kind of done. The other one is still in the works, and then after that we'll do a valve job on them and get those wrapped up and get some springs on them. We're going to run a beehive spring on them. Nothing too crazy, but it's all busy work. There's a lot of stuff to happen, and everything needs to get wrapped up. Another thing is that I'm trying to get the drive shaft. That's the next step here. The drive shaft is going to be the next item that I'm trying to get wrapped up as well. So I upgraded the yoke on the 12 bolt to a U-bolt style clamp, so I don't brake straps and stuff. I've had problems with drive lines in the past and multiple different builds and stuff that make a lot of torque. This thing will be definitely making a lot of torque. So I want to make sure that's not an issue with this particular build. And we're gonna do an aluminum drive shaft for it. So I'm gonna get them a drive shaft so I can have Mark Williams build us a drive line for this thing. So they sent us some the upgraded yoke here. I'll show that to you right now. So like I said, I got the upgraded 12 bolt yoke. This is a 1350 for a 1350 joint. And then it uses a U-bolt. I'm a little surprised it didn't come with the straps. So I need to figure out what's going on with that. I didn't see that in the box. So we'll do some digging on that, unless that comes with the U-joints, I'm not sure. And then here's our beefy yoke that we're gonna run for the slip yoke on the 480. This is the same as the Turbo 400. And then we have our upgraded pinion nut. So I'm a little surprised it didn't come with straps, but looks like we'll have to source some of those too. Anyways, so that's our beginnings of our new drive shaft. So I needed this so I can get them a length, and then with this new yoke, so that way I can get everything kind of set up for this thing. So, but that's where we're at on the driveline parts. So that's kind of the update of where we're at. I got the pistons are supposed to be coming here middle of January. Hopefully I see them by the end of the month by the time they actually get here. The crank, I'm still waiting on a word from Mile High. Hopefully they reach out to me here, hopefully next week or something like that. If not, I'll reach out to them, kind of see where they're at and how long they're thinking yet on the crankshaft. But I'm hoping here by February we have everything all in one place. So I guess that's where we are. So please make sure that you like and subscribe, share, whatever you got to do. This is not cheap to do all this stuff. Obviously, you guys know how much Oldsmobile parts cost. I mean, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. I'll try to keep updating you guys as things happen. Thanks. Bye.